Hi, everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell, and welcome to a new video, and welcome to a live stream, the first live stream since returning to Russia. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's had a nice day so far. It's currently 8 p.m. here in Moscow, Russia. As you can see, I'm not really in the kitchen anymore. I'm kind of more in the lounge room because we've kind of got this open plan kind of living area now. So I'm kind of moved out of the kitchen. I'm in the lounge room. I just want to say hello to everybody first. There's lots of chat already from people who chatted before I went live. So thank you. There's also lots of likes as well. There's currently 88 likes on the live stream. So thank you so much. Now, just be aware, guys, I kind of look down a fair bit because I've got the chat right below the camera. So please don't feel like I'm not looking at you guys. I'm trying to optimize the exact setup that I feel very comfortable with. So please also, if you can just let me know how is the quality of the picture and how is the sound. Now it's a little bit echoey in here anyway. I've tried to get the microphone kind of out of the shot, but it's kind of just down here below me. So I'm just curious if anybody can just let me know how the sound is, if it's good or if it's not good, and also the camera quality. I've changed the resolution of the camera. Well, I've not changed the camera whatsoever. I've changed the quality of the live stream playback. So if you noticed also in the top corner up here is now no more StreamYard branding, which is what the live stream is sent through. And I've now got my little kind of avatar up here, or emoji. Is that called an emoji? Somebody said I should make t-shirts and hats and coffee mugs. So yeah, I just want to mention a couple of things too. I have got set up a few different ways if you'd like to support the channel or donate to the channel, whatever everyone likes to call it. I have pinned a comment with different ways that you can do that. Depending on where you are in the world, you may have opportunity to use what's called Super Chat, which is where you send a donation to the channel. That's available through YouTube. And then if you may not be in countries where it works, I've also got set up what's called donation alerts. That's a website where you can also send money or donations. There's also PayPal, and then there's SberBank, which is the direct bank-to-bank transfer here in Russia. Lots of people ask me all the time, Russell, how can we send a thank you to the channel? So mostly it's obviously to me, but it's to the channel. It's maybe a thank you for a certain video. So yeah, the only thing is I can't pop up on the screen the donation alerts. I can see them live. I've now switched my camera around so that I'm not mirrored anymore. So if I point this way, I have a second screen just off to the side here, which shows the donation alerts as they come in live. So if anyone does send one, the last time I did a live stream was 42 days ago, according to donation alerts. That's the last time someone sent a donation alert. So yeah, there is a pinned comment there. The other pinned comment or pinned poll is about, would you rather visit Bali or Australia? And it's now pretty close now, 56-44 with 105 votes. So yeah, I wouldn't say 50-50, but it's not far off 50-50. If you guys may know, I did make a video about that I left Russia. A lot of people didn't really like that video. There was a lot of not so nice comments on that video. Also, a lot of people unsubscribed from the channel when I made that video as well. I did sort of toy around with the idea of that title, and I just wasn't sure what to do with doing that title or not. So it's kind of done now, and the video is made. Basically, I traveled from this apartment all the way, and we ended up in Bali at the end of the video, walking into the hotel in the video. But I think I didn't mention where I was at the time. Basically, we flew from Moscow, Doha to Denpasar, which is the airport in Bali. We spent literally, I wouldn't even say, we spent 24 hours or less there. Then we flew straight to Australia, and we had 9 days in Australia. And then we flew back to Bali, and we had just over we had 2 whole weeks in Gili Air, which is where we really went to, which is a small island off Bali, between Bali and Lombok. And then we had 3 days in Bali before we flew back to Moscow. Now, well, a week and a half ago, we've been back now. So I was worried that my head's cut off a little bit. I was just thinking if it's cut off or not, but I think it's okay now. Let's jiggle that down a tiny bit. So yeah, thanks everybody who's put comments. Peace Duck, welcome back. Thank you. Sam Rogers, hello from Perth, or from Perth, WA. These comments were before the live stream started. Some people may be still here. Some people may have left. I'm sorry. Joseph says, looks awesome. Oh, looking awesome. I wonder if that's maybe from something else. I'm not sure. So neither of all of the above. Hi, hello. I've no desire to visit either place. Warm for me. I guess you don't want to go to Perth. We went to Perth basically, which is where where my wife and I were living. Basically during COVID times, we were there for about 1.5 years. And we essentially, when we went home, well, I wouldn't say we went home. We went to my home city, to Perth. We stayed with my family, with my parents for 9 days. We were literally there for 9 days. So hi, WB, hello. That was fast. Right back to Russia. Bali is no place to raise children. That's interesting. Yeah, it's not somewhere where I could live. I've talked to my wife about this quite a lot while we were there. I like to go there for a holiday. I'm very comfortable going there. We've been there between us, my wife and I, a few times now. We know our way around. We know where we stayed. We stayed at the same hotel 3 times over the course of flying in, flying to Australia, flying back, going over to Lombok and back to Bali. So raising children, I guess you're right. Probably the schooling system's not the best. Volo Kavan, hello. WB, hello. 1776 Malini, hi from Darian. Hello, by the way. Hello, everybody. And anybody that knows me previously. Craig, hello. Beauty and health. Just by the way, if you are from Russia, I don't speak Russian and I can't read Russian. So if you are going to type in Russian, I can't read it. I'm sorry. So you're more than welcome to write in English. And as much as possible, I'll try to get through the chat as it comes up on the screen. And I'll basically just talk at other times when there's no chat. If we are in the lounge, we need lounge music. Yes, we don't have lounge music. Yeah, it is kind of now not from the kitchen anymore, right? That was in our other apartment. I literally was in the kitchen because we had the kitchen. There was no balcony there. So this apartment still has a balcony from the kitchen right behind here. And then we have a balcony on the bedroom on the other side because it's basically the width of the building. If anyone's watched the 2 different videos, this particular apartment is very strange. This apartment video got like 300,000 views and the other video got 30,000 views. So I really can't, I was telling my wife about the numbers and statistics. We can't sort of figure out why. Quality is good. Thank you. Greetings from Kyrgyzstan. Grisha AU. Kyrgyzstan. Hello. Здравствуйте. Video quality, great. Audio video is great. All good. Thank you. Sergio, Lenny. Hello, Lenny. Nero, hello. Sergio, hello. Sorry, this is going to pop up and pop down. Hi. Oh, sound is good. Thank you. Yeah, please, if anyone does have the way to go to the cog in the bottom right corner of their live stream and just see if 1080p is available. If anyone can just let me know if that's available. The previous live streams were in 720p, although the camera does 1080p or 4K basically. Joseph, hello. Sergio, Sergey. Good. Thank you. Sounds good. Again, I can't read Russian, so if you've got a Russian name, Marvin, thank you. Welcome back to Russia. Yes. Yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be home. I know that's weird to say that. And a lot of people will kind of always, your home is where you're from, or your home is where your heart is. It's definitely good to come home, sleep in your own bed. Obviously, being on a holiday we were pretty much gone exactly a month. It was 29 days from, let's say, door to door. So just wanting to say hello from Canada. Oh, thank you. Sylvain A. Hello to Canada. You know how to spell Canada, right? How you spell it? Anytime when I say a letter, you have to say A. All right. So C A N A D A. And as you guys in Canada know, you say A a lot. So it's meant to be funny if you're Canadian or not. Yes, Russell is a fan of Baikal. Yes, I am. I just bought that today. We went to the shops to buy some food today. If you don't know, in Russia, basically, everybody tends to shop almost daily. You don't go to the shops and do like a weekly shop necessarily. You'll go to the local stores and buy food kind of for today or tomorrow. Can I send dollars to Russell directly? Either through super chats, basically whatever that amount is comes to the YouTube channel and pays out through AdSense. So that can happen, yes. Through PayPal, I'm pretty sure you can send dollars through PayPal. Lassie Tapper. Sorry if I'm getting your name wrong. Yeah, through all of these different ways you can send dollars. So yes. Do you have a Russian card? Yes, I do, Kirill. Kirill, basically in the pin comment or in the description of the video, there is the SberBank phone number there, which is basically the bank-to-bank transfer. So yes, definitely have a Russian card. Actually, without showing it, I guess, how can I show it without showing it? It's right there. I just happened to have change when we came back from the shop, and the coins and the there's 10 ruble coin right there. 10 rubles with the coat of arms on it. Yeah, so that is my SberBank card there, which has my name on it, definitely. I had to go. Actually, when I came back from Australia, I've just recently changed phones, and I had to change. So you can transfer all the apps over from a phone to a phone, but you can't then change all of the logins. And I don't remember the logins for all the things. So I went to my local SberBank where I live and did that. So yeah, the lady didn't speak any English and I didn't speak any Russian, but she figured out how to use my SberBank app on my new phone to transfer everything over. So Kirill, yes. Kirill is a very popular name in Russia, for anyone doesn't know. That's also the main, I guess he's the patriarch of Russia, I think. Patriarch? I'm going to get this wrong and you're going to get mad with me. But he's like the main kind of church leader of the church, or one of the churches in Russia. Kirill, Patriarch Kirill, I think his name is. Friday Crafter, hello. So yeah, if anyone's typing in Russian, you can chat amongst yourselves. So is it true that superstition that ship makers or operators don't count the number 13? Yes, this is very true, Sam K. That's actually part of the video I made in this apartment. So if anyone doesn't know, this is the apartment that I made the video in, and it is on level 13 in this building. I basically made that video prior to moving in. As a kind of generic video about the difference between our old apartment and our new one. But no, most people who probably never watched the live stream wouldn't know that I'm sitting here. So, but yes, cruise ships don't have a number 13. So yeah, there'll be deck 12 and then it'll be deck 14 if indexed, depending on how big the ship is, of course. But yeah, it's interesting. The last cruise ship I was on, the Carnival Horizon, which was built in Italy. The ship is built in Italy, but for American owners. So the unlucky number in Italy is 17, not 13. But the ship is basically built with 17s in it, which they don't like. But they're building it for American owners, which use 13 as their superstitious number. So yes, that's very, very, very true. Yes, Australia is about 24 hours flight from Moscow. Yes, pretty much. Yeah, we actually flew Moscow, Doha, Denpasar. We then had literally a day in Bali. We got there about midnight or after midnight by the time we got to the hotel. We had a whole calendar day. And then, yeah, so the next morning, so yeah, we got there Thursday night. We had all day Friday. Then early Saturday morning, 7 a.m. was the flight from Bali to Perth. Bali to Perth only 3.5 hours, but yeah, 5 hours to Doha, and then just on 10 or 11 hours from Doha to Bali. So yes, nice and easy. By splitting it up as well, it was much nicer as well. Just more fun. Yeah, voted Bali than Australia. Can't access donation links. That's very strange. So there should be, if you're using YouTube, there should be underneath where you're typing the chat, there should be like a dollar sign. I know that's hard to explain, but there should be just right under where you're typing the chat. If you want to do donation, what they call the super chats, and then donation alerts, you'll just have to go to another website and go to that link on that website. So I'm not sure if you'd have to leave the chat and jump over or not. Have you ever been to Hobbiton? Is that New Zealand? I've not been there. If that's New Zealand, I haven't been there. It sounds like New Zealand. I'm from Australia and New Zealand are very vastly different countries. It's kind of like talking about Vladivostok and Moscow being in the same place, and they're geographically a long way apart. Mutant Reef, hello. I know you're a long-time watcher of the channel. Welcome. And I know you do post a lot of comments, so thank you. Mr. Sib, hi from Moscow. Yes, I'm also in Moscow. I'm in Moscow region, by the way. So Moscow region is the kind of outlying area of the center of Moscow. Moscow region is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the Moscow area gets bigger and as Moscow region gets bigger. So it's been a long time since I've caught a live stream. Yes. Oh, hello. Retribution. Hello. Yeah, you've also got the symbol by your name as well. So yeah, channel member comes up in a different color, I believe, right? Or am I wrong about that? I'm not sure. I think it does. I think that's what the little S symbol is there without background. Hi, dude. Hello. Most remote capital. Yes. Hi, dude. Yes. Hello. Yeah. Perth is considered the most isolated city in the world. So yeah, that's very true. Absolutely is. Yes. I've been to Moscow, but I've been to all of the other places a couple of times. I'm Edward in Richmond, Virginia. Oh, hello, Edward. I've been to, well, a long time ago, I've been to, no, where did we go to? I've been to Boston, New York, Charleston, South Carolina, Newport News I went to on the cruise ship, Newport News. So if you didn't know anybody, I worked on cruise ships for close to 20 years, working in the duty-free shops on board passenger cruise ships, primarily the cruise ships that operate out of America. So Carnival Cruise Line, Holland America, Norwegian Cruise Line. I came across your channel and experienced a bit of nostalgia once in the late 90s. You once in the late USSR and early 90s. Oh, cool. Yeah, a lot of people have found my channel. And also, I'll tell you, I don't know if anybody follows me on Telegram. So I have a Telegram channel called Traveling with Russell channel, I think it's called. If anyone wants to follow me there. I post pretty much photos daily. I post news stories. I post whatever I'm doing on the day. So if anyone was following me on Telegram while we were in Bali, I posted a ton of photos. And if you've got Telegram, you could go back and look at some of them. But saying how you came across the channel, when we got on the plane in Moscow, we went to go sit down. The guy that was sitting in front of me, kind of the middle seat in front of me, I was on the aisle seat. He's like, "Oh, hi, Russell." Just turns around like quite randomly. He's like, "Yeah, I watch you on YouTube." And somebody, my wife, was like in shock. Every time when I'm with her and we meet someone that knows me from the channel, she's always a little bit shocked how it's possible, you know, in a city with 15, 17 million people, and someone just happened to recognize me. Actually, when I went to the, what's this called? This Belarus Russian IKEA, there was one person that recognized me while I was waiting outside in the corridor of the shopping center. And then when I came back home, I came back through Sarajevo Metro or in Salara Shopping Center, which is where I'd get the last stop of the metro. Then I'd get the bus home from there. And I went to sit down at the Globus supermarket kind of cafeteria, and someone sitting next to me recognized me. And she's like, "Oh, hi, Russell." And I was a little bit shocked, and she was a bit shocked that we both kind of knew each other from the YouTube channel. So yeah, if you ever see me in public, or you see me holding a camera, particularly shopping centers, expos, things like that, in the parks, say hello. Thank you to, I can't pronounce. Oh, now you've got your name in Russian. Someone just sent donation alerts. Thank you. Where is my translate so I can figure out your name? That would be nice, wouldn't it? Oh, Vlad. Oh, здравствуйте, Vlad. I also live in Moscow. I love you and your channel. Thanks for the content. Thank you. By the way, when someone does donation alerts, obviously super chats come up and I can't hide those because they're on the screen. But if someone does donation alerts or whatever money you may send, it's not a point of me saying how much it is. So thank you. Regardless of the value, it's all appreciated. Basically, the money goes back into the channel. So it buys the camera that you see, the microphone, the light. Part of it also went to buying my phone. That's my phone cover. My wife paid for most of it. So she's actually a big channel donator to the channel as well. So where do you feel most at home? I feel most at home here. I know that a lot of people will unsubscribe and click away. And, it was amazing how many people unsubscribed from that particular I Left Moscow video. It was kind of in the hundreds that unsubscribed. You can only see when people unsubscribe while they watch a specific video. You can't see people find the channel and unsubscribe. You don't know where and how and what they did. But if they watch a video, or you do, and you decide to unsubscribe on a particular video you're watching, you can see that number. You don't know who they are though, but yeah, definitely feel more at home here. We've lived here now I've lived here now for more than 9 years, pretty much in the same building. We've moved now 3 times in this same building. So yes, we Russian people watch videos from Europe and the USA on TV and on VHS cassettes about what an abundance of goods they have. Yes, I think a lot of people, recognize this, watching movies, TVs. Even when my wife and I watch, I'm going to say American movies on Russian television, a lot of them are probably not recent movies so much, a little bit older. And, it's very kind of iconic when you see the brands in the movies, It's more interesting in Russia. Yes, glad to see you back. Rovan HD, yes, hello again. You're also a long-time watcher of the channel. So yeah, thanks to anybody that's obviously who's new to watching live streams. I will, especially if this one goes successfully, I will do more of them. I'm really curious about the sound and the quality of the picture because what I've done, I've changed this to a subscription stream where I basically increase the quality of the playback, and I'm hoping it comes across on the videos. Moscow or Perth? What's more? Yeah, this is kind of tough because obviously we were there for 9 days. Obviously, been able to drive around and go to places. We rented a car for the whole time. We literally arrived early morning on the Saturday, and we went Sunday morning and picked up a rental car. We dropped it off the day late afternoon on the day before we flew back to Bali. So yeah, obviously it's more, you don't need a navigator in Perth. I knew where we were going to drive to, where we were going to go to. I went to see other family. My dad's birthday, he had his 75th birthday. That was one of the main reasons we went back to Perth, on top of a few other things. So yeah, I probably, this is strange to say this. I don't know everywhere in Moscow, but I can get around with a navigator, catch the metro, catch the buses. I can find my way to the shopping center to find the Swed House store in the video if you watched it. So yeah, that's very tough to say what do you feel more at home at. I mean, we were there for 9 days. It was kind of going home, but not really. So how did you rest? I don't know how I rested. We went to Russia, went to Australia and Bali, came back. So I'm not sure if that's the answer. Chernogolovka on the table. Yes, Chernogolovka by Carl. That one is right there. Yes, definitely got that today. We went to the train. We call it the train station shops. So, oh, Leo. Hello, Leo. Thank you for the super chat. Let me just see if I can scroll down to, oh man, I'm way behind on the live chat. I'm sorry. Let me put that up on the screen because I should do that. I'm sorry if you do donation alerts, I can't put it on the screen. Thought I'd donate. I'm one who was talking about beer with you on Telegram. Oh, cool. Leo. I guess, yeah, I went to that beer place, right? I've still got in the cupboard. That beer shop that I went to, I guess the director of the company sent me a 6-pack of beer. He basically sent it by taxi to me, which is kind of crazy. Well, I think it was crazy anyway. Nicholas, welcome as a channel member, by the way. Thank you for supporting the channel that way. I'm not really I should do more things with channel members and do separate posts. I tend to do more things on Telegram than I do to channel members, but I will get back into it. So thank you. Yeah, if you become a channel member, it's another way to help and support the channel. So it's very appreciated. So let me just go quickly through. How long have you resided in Russia? Yes. The Russians can talk to each other. Hi from Stephen Egnor near Windsor in UK. Hello, Stephen. Hello. Pretty much, why haven't you learned the language? Because I don't go out much. I don't interact with people that much. I know that's very bad of me, and it's very not polite towards other people that live here. I just don't have a lot of interaction with people because I don't go out as much. I go out and film things, come home. Did you film something? It would be really interesting. I didn't film anything in Australia except a petrol station. And the battery on my microphone died halfway through. And only when I got back in the car and drove away did I realize, because I'd finished filming, I filmed a walk around of the local petrol station where I live, which is kind of unique for Perth. And that's the only video that I filmed. I didn't feel comfortable filming my family. So I didn't film really anything in Australia. I didn't film anything in Australia except the one petrol station that I've not put on the channel because I'll have to do a voiceover to finish it up. So balconies are extra, Russell. Yes, this apartment has 2 balconies. And I originally the balcony in the kitchen here has a floor-to-ceiling window when you go out that door. And only now that it's kind of warm is it possible to sit out there because obviously the weather allows you to do that. Hello. Again, I can't read your name if you're doing it in Russian. Hello. Hello. Let's go shopping. Yes, I need to go make another video at the supermarkets, don't I? Who want or plan to visit in Russia? I talked to my mum about it. My mum is trying to convince me to pay for her trip in October for her birthday. Because I came to Australia for my dad's birthday, my mum wants to come to Russia for her birthday. I'm not sure if she'll want to come in October because of the colder weather by then, right? Is it difficult to go to Russia now? I guess if you've got a visa, I've got a residency visa. Literally, I arrived. The lady looked at it, flicked a few pages, went to my residency visa in the back. It was on the back page or 2 of my passport. And it was probably the easiest, quickest transit through the airport I've had in 9 years of traveling back and forward here. Yes, 1080p. Oh, thank you. Yes. Welcome back to Moscow. So happy to see your stream. Thank you. I honestly, when I saw that your title, I left Russia, was afraid that it was a one-way ticket, so you made a perfect clickbait title. Yes. A lot of people are upset about it. I'm sorry if you did see it as clickbait. Nikolai, thank you for gifting memberships, by the way. If anyone's going to become a member from Nikolai's membership gifting, thank you. It's very nice of you to do that to get more members to the channel. Do you have any Australian? Oh, yes. I'm not going to read out things that are a little bit politically minded. If anyone does watch my live streams, you know that I'm not like that. I'm very like this. Yeah, 1080p works. Yes. Oh, thank you, everybody. Thanks. Yes. Do you have any? Oh, am I reading the same thing? Yes. Valeria, yeah, my mum wants to come, or she wants me to pay for her to come to Russia in October for her birthday. Krasiba, I think that's thank you, isn't it? Krasiba Russell for the stream. Yes. Hello from Voronezh, Florida. Glad to see you at home. Thank you. Yes, this is my lounge room here. It's kind of lounge room over there, so you can't see, but there's a TV and everything like that. But you know something in Russian anyway. Yes, Malenki Paruski, Sergey. Yeah, Russia. YouTube takes 30%. Yes, yeah. From the super chats, there is a percentage taken out. It is actually easier for me to receive it. Actually, donation alerts is the number one easiest because it's basically coming into my bank account the next calendar day. Literally tomorrow at 4 a.m. overnight. At some point, there's a deposit from donation alerts. YouTube would basically pay the money every calendar month on the 21st of the month, but obviously it's a month behind. You are my hero. Thank you, Griff. Thank you. Yes. So yeah, the super chats come via the AdSense money from people watching with ads on. Or Griffin +1. So yeah, thank you, Sergey. There's two people that love me or think I'm a hero. From Tallinn. Oh, Tallinn, Estonia, I wonder. Dennis. You ever been to the US? I've been to America a lot, Griff. Yeah, I worked on cruise ships. The last ship I was on was out of Galveston, Texas. But I've cruised out of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Tampa, New York, Boston, Charleston, San Diego, LA, or it's not Los Angeles where you cruise out of in LA. It's somewhere else nearby there. Long Beach. Do you rent the apartment? If so, how much is the rent? Yes, we do rent this place. Yes. I think I mentioned it in my video about it. So, yes, it's expensive, but it's not expensive. I know that's hard to grasp. It really basically, a lot of the price of this place is because whoever built it or whoever renovated it put a fancy hot tub or a jacuzzi in the bathroom. They put a fancy kitchen in that's bespoke. What do I think about Russian banking apps? The one I have for SberBank is amazing, but it's in Russian. So I really don't utilize it as it should be. I am able to basically send money to the bus driver when I catch the marshrutka going to the bus station. And that's about it. So Karabaka, hello from Sweden. Hello from Utah. Wow, hello, Utah. Nice. See Australian supermarkets too. Yes, I went to one supermarket to meet a work colleague. Actually, I went to two. Apart from just going there with my mum when she wanted to go shopping. How's your Russian language? Do you speak? I speak a little bit. Chut-chut. Paruski. Forbidden on fishing boats. Hello from Russia. Friendly greetings from Moscow region. Yes, I'm also in Moscow region. Not far from Darofominsk. Yeah, donations, by the way, donations via donation alerts are displayed during the stream. Yes, they won't come up on the screen, but they will show up on the tab that I've got on my other screen off to the side. Oh, well, it's this way. I've now got it. I've got it reversed because I don't want to switch my shirt logo around on. So yeah, they don't show up on the physical screen, but I can read them out and I can mention it as soon as it comes up there. After using using Portuguese bank accounts, Russian is the best. Yes. Australian vlogger in the US that takes another super chats from Apple devices. That's interesting. Never heard of that. That's very strange. I know that there's definitely a percentage that's taken away, but at the end of the day, it basically just combines with the end of the month total. So it's basically all goes back into the channel anyway, and the majority of the money is basically for me to make videos. Using OBS. I've tried OBS, and although it's free and easy and simple, it's not simple for me. Yes. Donations from the donation alerts are displayed via OBS. Everything is simple there. Yeah, I did try to set up donation alerts and OBS, but I just couldn't master it, and it just stressed me out too much. So I've gone back to using StreamYard because I just like the fact I can put these chats up on screen as well. Hello from Windsor. wonder if that's Windsor, Ontario. Leo, hello. You need to find a camping show. Yeah, they don't really have. They have kind of like adventure and outdoor shows or expos. Not necessarily so much camping. The one I went to that was the motorbike expo, had some camping, but not much. Yeah, YouTube's kind of greedy. I liked how well the hunting show people treated you. Yes. Yeah, Joseph, when I was there, I didn't really show a lot of that, really, but I chatted to, actually, I met quite a lot of subscribers there as well. And I met and chatted to a lot of people off camera, which was really nice. It was kind of really interesting. It was a really very different expo than going to some of the more mining ones, mechanical ones, the ones with the trucks and the buses. The fishing one seems to be more down to earth, everyday people there. Went to St. Petersburg in '93 for the 9th of May. Oh, you went for the Russia Day, I guess you call it. It's got different names, isn't it? Translation is just Saint. Yes, St. Petersburg. Russell is the typical British spy in Russia. I'm Australian, but secret agent. They just found a Pinterest post about that Russian. Someone posted a picture of a beautiful White House. Had you been to that house in Vladivostok? That's on the other side of Russia. It would be very hard to get over there just to go see Salvador Dali's house, if it is. I really love to come to St. Petersburg, yes. You want to come to Siberia and experience minus 60. Moscow gets to minus 20, 25, which I think is cold enough. Yeah, I can't speak Russian. I can't read Russian, yes. Well, I can't read it definitely, but I can speak or at least make greetings, hello, goodbye, and things like that. So, yeah. You're a good person. May God grant you good health. Thank you. Constantine ran away. Is that Constantine as in inside Russia? Oh, maybe that's who you're talking about, I guess. Perfect intelligence. Yeah, I don't think it's... People say I look like Jack Black more than George Constanza, but yes. Yeah, look around when you're at a stadium and your subscribers will probably fit in it. Yes. Oh, hello from France. Hello, hoi. And subscribe from political videos. Sounded is fine. Is the alphabet in my... I can read Russian. You with purchasing a new phone. What is the model? Oh, it's the S. Well, yeah. So basically, about 50% is from subscribers and super chats and super thanks, and the other 50% is my wife. So yeah, this is S22 Ultra, and I've got the cameras. I bought this purely to make videos and to take amazing photographs. I think most people are buying phones now more for the apps and capability of the phone than they are to answer the call. So yeah, my wife is the majority owner of the phone, really. So now you mentioned this, where do you feel more at home? Yeah, basically it's hard because we even had this, my wife and I, when we were looking at going back to Australia when everything went a little bit, chaotic last year. And it's kind of like there's a list where you put the fors and the against, pros and the cons. And it's very much 50-50. I know that it may not sound right. But yeah, there's a lot of pros to both countries. Do you miss your school days? Not really. I left school when I was 15. In year 10 of high school. Funny, interesting moments. Not many. We went to my primary school. Actually, we went to two weddings. I went to my primary school teacher's wedding in year 6 or 7. And then I went to our friends, my mum's friend's wedding, who happened to be my phys ed teacher in high school. Two very good people made the acrylic alphabet. Yes. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. Do you love Russia? Saying love is kind of difficult because it's kind of like, do you love your wife? Do you love your cat? Do you love watching TV? I don't say love about a lot of things. You know, it's like saying, do I love my parents? Do I love my car? Yeah, that's be a service. Yes. Yes. So yeah, the S22 Ultra is what I got. That's the one with the it's got the pen as well. S Pen. They call it the S Pen. So yeah, kind of thanks everybody who's doing things like donation alerts, super chats. That's kind of pays for getting these kind of things easier. Come to Jim and Jack Bar. It has stand-up comedy in English. Is that in Moscow? Fireflux, hello. Thank you, Lassie. One of the favorite comedians is from Sydney, Jim Jeffries. Oh, one of my favorite comedians is. Oh, okay. I don't know him actually, considering I know comedians, but I don't know him. Have I been to Australia Zoo? I know I haven't, Joey. That's over in Queensland on the other side of the country. I guess it's not over there, but if I compare Perth, it's just pretty much a 6-hour flight from Perth to Brisbane, and then it's in the Queensland is Brisbane basically. So I've never been there. Hello, Russell. Holland. I want to say Holland and Halen Place. Nikolai, thank you again. Nikolai. Oh my gosh. Have I ever considered Rogaine? No, I haven't. My friend, very, very good friend from Serbia. His name is Mickey. He went to Turkey, I believe, and had the hair transplants done. And I think you stay there for a few weeks, and kind of go through all the treatments of it. And yeah, he's all the better for it. Loves it. Do Americans need a travel visa? Yes. To come to Russia, they would. The same like an Australian would if you come here, if you didn't have a residency visa like I do. I love the country and love your videos. American government does not want Americans in Russia. Yeah, I guess, Joe, there's a lot of different countries have got different travel warnings against traveling to different countries. I mean, there's travel warnings against Australians going to Bali. So you can't kind of get away from it, really. Do you like pubs? I know you're a family man, but still, yeah, I like going to pubs. We went to one in Bali. Well, it was not a pub really, but they had like a karaoke and sing along, and that was pretty much the only night where my wife and I had a drink. And the owner of the bar bought us drinks as well, believe it or not. Sam's channel got demonetized. Yes. Hi. Yes, I've chatted to him. We've talked about it. He still doesn't know why and how and what with his channel, because nothing he's really done or said has caused that to happen. So yeah, it's very strange. You'd be in your element to move into a shopping mall. Yeah, I guess not really in Russia, but in some other countries, they've got like hotels or apartment buildings attached to shopping malls. You should also make a Ko-Fi page. You could always collect funds through there. Yeah, the music things. I'm not into the music stuff. I know what you mean, though. Bearbull Cruising, hello. Very long time supporter of the channel. My cruise channel as well. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here for the channel all the years now. It's been cool. If you could have done a live stream from Bali, yes. I did actually take the camera with me, and I did take the cables, and I, of course, on my laptop. Just never got around to it. Especially, we should have really done it when we were in Lombok. If anyone saw the Gili Air Bungalows video, that's where we stayed for 2 weeks. I made that video really because the people that ran that place were so nice that I was able to do a bit of a walk around of the place. That day I filmed that we were the only people staying there, and all 7 rooms were empty except ours that day. In Moscow, or do they still use horses instead of taxis? No, we've got Yandex taxis. Come on, what are you talking about? Did you ever watch Bald and Bankrupt channel? Yes, I've watched quite a lot of his videos. I've not watched as much recently. I think his channel's changed a lot since he was not doing Russian content from the CIS countries. I really just hope outside of him filming things that he's a nice guy, because there's a lot of negative stuff about him. He does come across very nice. I mean, he speaks, reads, writes everything Russian. I think the videos he did for South America now, he learned Spanish to do that specially as well. The studio apartment was basically, she bought that before, really because of her coming to live in Australia. She wanted to keep a Russian address and Russian registration. So it's all in her name, apparently. So if anything happens, I have no idea what to do. We're not going to move, when you move in there, we're not going to move into the studio apartment because it's way too small. It's 20 square meters. It suits a single person. The guy that moved in there, he actually came to look at it while we were still fixing the kitchen. Like the kitchen was all in pieces. The door was missing. And he was more than happy to move in. And he sent the rent exactly on the day he said he'd do it for the last, I think it's about 3 months since we fixed the kitchen, 4 months. So yeah, he's obviously more than happy. Blogging Trucker, hello. Hello to you. I'm doing the live, and I would love this, and I love the Sved video. Yes, thank you. Yes, we're not going to move into the studio apartment. Blogging Trucker, hello to you in New York if you're there. Fortuna, yes, thanks for this. I think everybody liked that Sved video. It was so much luck too, by the way. I just turned up. I didn't realize it was going to open 2 hours. It's probably nearly 3 hours earlier than I got there. I thought I was getting there early to avoid the crowds. But eventually, the guy I was chatting to turns out to be the guy running the store or the company. And he said, come on in. Well over these like VIPs were in there. I guess it was family as well. There were some bloggers, TikTokers, press. So yeah, I kind of got to film it before everyone came in. And then when everybody came in, it was just chaotic. And all the film crews and photographers and everybody kind of left. So you're also in Moscow region in Libyerts. I keep saying that's called Lubiertsi. I think I've got that wrong. I think Lassie is a troll. I unsubscribe to political thinking channels. Orange Fanta. Oh, that's what I had in Bali, by the way, was Fanta and Coca-Cola. And I think that apartment's for income only. Yes. Yeah, basically... So originally my wife sold the place that she was living in before I met her, and then basically wanted to buy somewhere prior to coming to Australia to live. Obviously that's not worked out, so we're here. And she kind of bought that as a bit of a guarantee of always having an address in Moscow or Moscow region. Yes. Sammy, I'm not worried about anything that you're mentioning in your comment. People being detained, I've never heard of that. I do follow the local news. I do follow local media. I've not heard or seen anything about that. If you're talking about the one American guy that was working for the newspaper, then I do know about that. That's a bit more extreme than me living here. I hope you bought an Android device. Yes, I did, Leo. Definitely, yes. S22 Ultra. Am I catching up to the comments? Do you have any idea about how to purchase a car, Russell? I don't, Nikolai or Nicholas. I know about going to a car dealership. I'm going to go, by the way, for anyone who's watched the Moskvich, a lot of people said I said Moskovich car video where I went to the dealership. I did that about a few days before we flew out and left Russia. If you notice in the video, it was like snowing and cold and everything. We came back from Bali in Australia and the snow has disappeared. It's like a different place living here now. Yeah, I guess I can go in there and just buy one. I don't know much about the information about what I'd need, but I'm sorry if you want to know. I don't know, but yes. Anyway, the Moskovich company emailed me asking if I want to come to the factory to see the cars at the factory in Moscow region. I've not mentioned that to anybody. I think you guys might be the first to know that, but I am planning or trying to plan a day to go there. I'm not sure how I'm going to film it or what I'm going to do, but they basically invited me to come and see the cars being built and go for a test drive. And that's what they mentioned in the email. They must have found my email in the description of the video. And it said there that you mentioned the video about you'd like to go for a test drive and we can take you on one. So Mr. Bitoritska reviews. Yes. The famous Bitoritska review, which is still not quite at 1 million views. It's like got to 900,000, then it stopped. Kazan is watching you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, keep going, bro. Yes. Buy a loan. Yeah, I guess, yeah, buy a loan you can. I don't know much about it. So, yeah, I don't really have a plan to buy a car while I'm here because we've got more than adequate public transport. I'm a fan from Sweden. Hello. Did you watch the Sved? Okay, so I keep wanting to say Sved House, but it was Swed House video. I never noticed until just now when you said it. Yes. Hello from UK, Martin. How's it going? And then he went by train, dumped him out wherever and camped whatever, or stopped making videos though. Oh, interesting. Used to watch a Russian camping channel. That'd be cool. Oh, Darien, Illinois. Okay, I thought your name was Darian from Darien, Illinois. 1776 Marilini. Yeah, I think you sent. Did you send buy me a coffees? I think. Thank you so much. What does your wife do in Russia? She has a nail salon in our building downstairs, and she does nails, manicures, pedicures by appointment. That's what she was doing also in Australia while we were living there. We set up a home salon, and that's what she's doing now. She's working in a small, I would say it's considered a private salon, but you can book, you can come in, you could make appointments. Nice. It's an Android. Yes, Leo, definitely. Yeah, I love it. The phone, by the way. I haven't put the SIM card in it yet for the Russian number, so it's just working on Wi-Fi since I came back. Because while I was in Bali in Australia, I had to get a SIM card in Australia for 9 days, which I used for 2 days. And then in Bali, I had one because we were getting taxis and stuff. So it was easy to use the taxi apps there. There's no pros to living in the United States, just asking. So you were saying, Russ? No, I think someone was asking me about the pros about living in Australia and Russia, not about America. Pros would be Walmart and the fact that you could easily go on a cruise. Loved Walmart, by the way. It's one thing I miss about it. Now you have 22. You remind me of Eldar Muzan from Mobile Review Channel. Oh, S22 Ultra. My wife is very jealous, but she was the one that paid for it. She paid the majority of the money for it, by the way. So yeah, that came out of super chats and donation alerts. That's kind of how it ended up getting paid for, the majority of it. I'm the worst when it comes to wanting to go buy new things. My wife will say that. I bought this shirt while I was in Australia. My wife, when my wife met my mum, obviously they know each other, right? And my wife said there that you were going to start throwing Russell's clothes away, so I had to get new polo shirts while I was in Australia. Do you have any idea about purchasing a car by loan? No, I guess you just walk into a car dealership and take a loan. Why do you live in Russia? I'm married to a Russian. My wife is Russian. We'll get the S22 next. Oh, nice. Yeah, Note 10 S22 Ultra is essentially the Note phone with the S Pen and everything. So yeah, from Westminster, South Carolina. Cindy, hello. Well, he's probably had to be flown to Tunisia. Wow. I'm not planning to do hair transplants. Greetings from Moscow. Red Flower, hello. But in the one about the Big Mac, he made a subtle joke about why Mickey. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, scary. Yeah, that thing there. Sam and I talked about that video, and that's why I mentioned him and he mentioned me in each other's video because we plan to do one at the same time. I met my wife in Thailand when we were on holiday, on separate holidays, many years ago. Yes, she's from Ufa originally, so Bashkortostan. Like Sam, yeah, we're talking about Sam's Russian Adventures, by the way. If anyone doesn't know his channel, he's a British guy that's lived in, he calls it provincial Russia, but he lives in Vladimir, which is part of the is it the Golden Triangle? The Golden Triangle? It's in the northeast of Moscow, Vladimir, Zuzdal, this area. Watching too. I'm bored and Ranka. Hello from Russia. Hello. Love the Sved video. Thank you. Yes, I wasn't sure how it was going to come out in the end because I kind of filmed it and then I stopped and then I filmed it a different way because I was a little bit taken back by getting invited in when there was people drinking champagne. There was a table with food set up. I didn't really expect to just get walked in. I was happy to stand outside, wait for the opening, walk in with the crowds. So yeah, the video came out a lot better because I could walk around when there was no one in there. To observe in Russia looks like the Golden Ring. Did I call it the Golden Ring? The Golden Triangle? I am going to go visit Sam in Vladimir soon. We're planning in the next few weeks to figure out something with me going up there for a few days. I'd like to learn the Russian language. I'm not sure it is. Is it possible to buy Fanta? You can get the Fanta. Okay, if you actually buy the Dobra, this is Dobra Cola here. If you buy the Dobra Orange, which for me is exactly Fanta, and if you're from Europe, the Fanta in Russia is like the European Fanta, which is definitely an orange taste. If you buy the Fanta in America, it's very sugary and very sweet, and it's not the same. Russian copycat right here is not back. Yeah, I was throwing the channel. I was throwing that title around a lot. What I was going to do with the title. You need a mod, Russell. Yeah, I do need a mod. The world thinks I'm Swedish. You don't know. You don't know how to buy a car. Just bring money. Yes. Yeah. So I went to the Moskvich factory. I went to the dealership. That's actually not far from. Well, it's still an hour away. By car, it would be very close. I took the bus and the metro and another bus to get there. It's not that far away from here to go to that dealership, by the way. Constantine wants to know about what's going on in Russia. Any news about it? I think a lot of it's just news, and most things that you think is happening is not really happening. Yes, that Eva or Evie. It will be very interesting. Wow, should be awesome. Yeah, I don't know what I can film there. I guess they will give me free reign. I guess I'll go there as a kind of a vlogger or blogger and as a YouTuber. But I think they'll be more interested in the fact that I'm Australian and speak English than me going there to film things because I don't know what to film and how to put a video together. I've only been to St. Petersburg for one day. When I went and made the video at the bread factory, I literally went there to make the video and came home. Any ideas about peace? Be a wolf. I guess I need to go and sort it out, don't I? I need to be the Australian moderator in the middle of everything. That's the only way I think I can do it. Traveling with Russell sorts it all out, you know? Go to the factory. Thank you, Leo. The hick Australian family has moved to Siberia. Yes, I know about Russian Homestead Girl. They're from Perth, by the way. They're the same city I'm from. They lived about 4 or 5 hours south of me in country area of Western Australia, a place called Albany. I've chatted to, I guess it's Russia Guy is the channel, Russia Guy. I've chatted to one of the guys in the all the videos with the girl in it, and just talked about where you're from, things like that. Don't really watch their videos. She only does her videos in Russian now. Doesn't do them in English. Kazan is still waiting for you. Thank you. Yes, I'm in a Prelivka. Yes, we're still here. A Prelivka is definitely out the window. Actually, really, the train station will be out the other window now because we've got this window faces the other direction. This faces Kievki Chaussee or Kiev Highway, which is the one that would run back into Moscow if you took the road 40 minutes that way. No, that's a massage parlor. Brett, hello, how's it going? All right, let's sort this out. No, I think we're okay. No worries. I'm Russian, but I live in Ohio, watching your channel to learn English-speaking language. That's kind of cool. US Alex. Hello. From Dubai. Hope to catch you cup this summer in Moscow or maybe Samara. Oh, Dom, how's it going? Yes, I know that you're in the Telegram group that I'm a part of. Moscow Metro Cash and Carry. I've done a video about the metro. I think Metro you're talking about. I have definitely done one. I'm not sure what the title of it is. But I've definitely done one at the Metro. The one in this area too. Do you teach English there or are you in IT? No, I don't work in Moscow. I basically make YouTube videos in the hope that it gets a lot of views and in the hope that I get ad revenue from people watching the videos. And then otherwise, where there is donation alerts, super chats, things like that, it also goes back to me making more videos. Lassie or Tassie? Lassie or Tassie? Let's do that. Okay, that's sorted. If yes, you should visit them. Yes, I'm going to go to Rustics. The 25th, I think it is the day that the first Rustics opens in Moscow in Tverskaya Street. Not far from where the first McDonald's was, by the way. It's been announced in the local news in the last couple of days that the Yum Brands has kind of now finally stepped away from all of KFC in Russia. So yes, the golden ring of Russia. Yes, sorry, not the gold. What did I call it? The golden triangle? Oh, I'm from Bashkirtostan. Yes, my wife is born in Ufa. Her family's from Davlekanova. So if you know Davlekanova, it's an area. It's not Ufa, but it's in Ufa region. Did you visit Ufa? Yes, we did. Yeah, 2 years ago now. We are talking about it for next month if we can find some cheap flights. I don't think the Russian Fanta is nearly as sweet. It doesn't have the sugar content like the American Fantas does. Yeah, there's a lot of Fantas here. Yes. Well, yeah, a lot of this Funky Monkey and things like that. Yes. Yeah, the sugar-free ones. Yeah, I don't like any of those. So, yeah. All right, let's just sort that out. Where is this guy? I think that's got rid of it. I think that's got rid of it, everybody. My understanding is that the first sweat house will be expanded. Is that right? Sergey, the store that I filmed in was very tiny. It wasn't the size even of a shoe store. It was incredibly tiny. In Shelkovskaya shopping center, Metro Shelkovskaya. I think I'm getting the right words. I've made a video there. It's essentially a 6-level shopping mall with 4 minus levels for parking underground. And then on the top of the 6th level is a bus station. And there used to be an IKEA city in that shopping center on the -1 level. When you go in on level 1 in Russia. But if you go to -1, which is the ground underground, they did have an IKEA city store, which is kind of a condensed IKEA. And I thought they were going to go in that shop, but it ended up now that's a curry shoe store. And this Swed house is on the 4th level in a random location. They won't expand that shop because there's no more room to expand it. They'll probably find more tenancies with bigger spaces. I think that's a definite thing they need to do. In Azbuka Kuzi, you can buy Coca-Cola. Yes. If you can see right there, that's Coca-Cola as well. And I bought that today I bought shawarma for dinner, a shawarma. And I bought the Coca-Cola from the shawarma guy. That's from Kazakhstan, that one, by the way. Did you have issues with spicy food? The golden ring reminds me of the... Yes, Leo. Yes, we got tired of spicy food by the end of... Well, we were there the last 2.5 weeks in Bali. And yeah, we did get tired of spicy food. We went to a couple of Italian restaurants. We went to a burger place. We did get tired of spicy food. Yes, this is all true. Yes, Jack. Yeah, the Chinese... So the Moskvich is... The Renault factory... Everything you're saying is correct. Yeah, the Renault factory is where I'll end up going to, which is assembling the Moscovich from primarily Russian parts. They have a plan over the next 3 years to slowly increase the number of parts on the car being from Russia. So the shell of the car, the painting of it, and certain components will be Russian components. It's very hard just to take over a car factory and start building a car in 6 months. So yeah, it's a Chinese, they call it a knockdown. I don't know where that word came from, but that's what a friend told me. Thank you for your answer, Russell. Much respect. Thank you. So yes, everything you're saying is true. And I'm curious how I'll sort of put that across in the video when I go to the factory. Do you see sanctioned Coca-Cola in the background? Yes, that's what it is right there. That's the one from Kazakhstan. So we're neighbors. Oh, if you're in a Prelivka, then yes. I live in Zvitochna Ileya, if you know that street. And my wife's salon is in the same street as well. So to get an idea of what when you visit a dealership. Yes. Yeah, Jack, you're probably right about it. I should watch how other people film car review videos before I do a car review video. Living in Vnukovo, we're almost neighbors. Yes, Vnukovo. Yeah, now that we've got the balcony on in the bedroom window, from this window, you don't hear the planes as much. But pretty much the Prelivka is the turning point for the landing at Vnukovo Airport. Zurich, could you make once a video about wheelchair accessibility in Moscow, Marina, or the lack of wheelchair accessibility, you mean? Yeah, if you watch I didn't really show it too much in the metro video. I mean, there is escalators. There is elevators at some of the stations, but most there isn't. Mostly at the newer modern stations, they've got them. Do you like bears? People say that in Russia, a bear is a man's best friend. Well, I'm one of those bear friends. Yes. Thank you. Bears on motorcycles. Russell, I'm interested in making a video on my channel comparing Russian supermarkets prices versus UK food prices and compare what you looked at and what they would cost here. Yeah, Greg, I'm planning, and I've talked about this to myself and I think on the live stream a bunch of times, that I want to make a video where I kind of look at the staple foods like sugar, flour, rice, milk, eggs, bread, and make a video just showing maybe 10 items in a supermarket and then putting the conversion of it on the screen. And how it will be really interesting to show how prices have gone up in 12 months. Yeah, that's the toughest thing. I'm not good at kind of keeping old footage to go back and do that. So the Russian manufacturers took over. That's why you will see some leftover Renaults at the dealers. Yes. Yeah, there were still Renaults there. The staff still had Renault shirts on. One of the guys from the workshop, the Moscovich dealership, was in the ex-Renault dealership. It's all very weird. But if you're here, it's not as weird as the way I bring it across. I'd really appreciate UK and Russian food price comparisons, but honest is the same price as segment. But honest in the same price segment stores. Yeah, that's the toughest thing, is to compare. It's like kind of going to Azbuka Kuza and doing a video, if anyone's from Russia, and then going to Pitorichka and doing a video. It's two different, not qualities, but definitely two different price points. It is Baikal near Coca-Cola on your table. Yes, Frank, yes. The Coca-Cola was actually just by accident. When we were buying the shawarma, or the kind of the meat wrap, I'll call it, I noticed he had Coca-Cola in the fridge, and it was 100 rubles for the liter bottle. So I thought I'll just get that at the same time. I didn't mean to buy that. I was buying the Baikal, actually, because that's the one I just drink normally. I want to buy a brand new Holden. Doesn't Holden stop selling? Holden dealerships have closed in Australia now, right? So there was a big rush for them at the end, and the prices got driven up so much. Bolkovian, what are people more worried about? Yeah, I think everyone's got a different worry about things going on, and it's the not level of worry, but sometimes I guess it kind of can go back to, how does it affect me? How does it affect you? How does it affect my wife, in terms of her job, her business, her day-to-day living? I was in a Lada taxi in Jamaica. What? How do they have Ladas in Jamaica? Thank you. Welcome back. Thank you. Always, I would like a Lada if you could just get one or parts. There's a lot of Ladas here. I was in Moscow in February. Oh, nice. It's probably still cold when you were here in February. Can you get a visa to Russia now? Yes. I'm not sure where you are, Pinty. Yeah, definitely. Just go on the website of the embassy in the country you're from. I guess the Russian embassy in the country you're from. I know for Australia, you go through the Sydney Russian embassy to apply for the visa for Russia. And the essentials in food pricing. Yeah, I guess like an overall video. Oh, I'm at the bottom of the comments. Am I? No? Yes. Wow, I've caught up. Groceries are cheap, but not pubs and restaurants. Wow, I've caught up to the chat. Wow, that's very amazing. By the way, 303 likes. Again, I'm pointing to this side, but the screen is on that side in real life. So thank you for 303 likes. Thank you for people that have done donation alerts. That's so nice of you. What time are we at? At 1 hour 13. Thank you for super chats, and Nicholas for doing gifting of memberships. Welcome to whoever maybe have took up the new memberships. I think I missed that part. Masur the bear. Do you like bears? People say that in Russia, bear is a man's best. I think I read that out, that comment. Oh, Zangiv. There we go. We have, finally. He is back, yes. And Zangiv, I was going to send you a message asking, are you back? Or are you making videos? So we do now. Anybody says anything wrong now, Zangiv can moderate the channel now. Do I have a hobby? I guess YouTube is a hobby. It's probably a too serious a hobby, really. I know it sounds weird, but going to shops and making videos at shops and supermarkets, it's something that I like doing. If you go to Bali for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and your only videos are at a supermarket and a shopping center, then it's a bit strange, isn't it? So We miss your videos. Yes, Fireflux. I miss his videos as well. Moscow or Perth? I think I'm going to say Moscow at the moment. I have rights, but not responsibilities. Zangief, you can kick and delete everybody you wish. If anybody says anything wrong now, Zangief is here. Yeah, Moscow or Perth. Yeah, that's how quick the chat jumped. As soon as Zangief came into the chat. I mean, I think coming home to Moscow was definitely a good feeling after the trip. Laying down and sleeping in your bed and, using your own shower, I guess, and bathroom. And it did feel like I was on holiday going to my parents' house more than it did just coming home to my parents' house, I drove around Eldon Lake, Loudoun with right-hand steering wheel. Yeah, Zangief never left, but you've not made a video in so long. We flew Crookim. We flew with Qatar Airways from Moscow, so Moscow, Doha to Bali, and then from Bali, Perth back to Bali, we flew with Air Asia, which is kind of the low-cost airline. Pretty much there's Air Asia, Jetstar, Malindo Air, Scoot. I think there's another one. What's it? Virgin. There's quite a lot of between Bali and Perth. There's 9 flights a day between Bali and Perth. Yeah, we flew Air Asia perfectly fine, 3.5-hour flight each way. Yeah. I just Googled your city and street is the name of your wife's shop, Vitali A. I'm not sure what the name of it is. Vitochnaye Leia. It's in a hairdressing salon, is my wife's. I'm going to just pull it up. It's in a hairdressing salon is the actual place. It's not, are you looking on Google Maps? Let me just copy this. It's Zelino 22, sorry. Zelino 22. If you look up that name, Salon Crasoto, it's in that salon, if that makes sense. I don't think is there actually a photo of the salon in that photo? No, there's all the photos of everything except, there's a ton of hairdressing ones. Yeah, I need to take a photo and post it, don't I? Because it's basically like a combined salon. So yeah, that's, if you look up that, Zelino. I was doing your job for a while. Yes, Leo, thank you. Yeah, I'm more Russian than Australian now. Yeah, I think, I know more about Australia, of course, in places and, how to get somewhere and things like that. Yeah, Garuda. I don't think Garuda flies between Perth. Oh, yeah, Garuda does fly Perth to Bali. I think it's the only full-line airline as well, where you've got luggage and food and everything included. Only for holidays, believe me, Australia ain't that special. Yeah, I think it's different things to different people. I know my wife loved it more this trip than she had the previous trip when we were living there. And then the first trip when she first got her residency. Batik and Lion Air, trust me. Leo, we didn't fly Lion Air. We flew Wings Air. So we flew from Bali to Lombok, which is a 40-minute flight. So we flew Wings Air one way. And then we flew, I don't know the airline now. We flew a different airline back. It was with green lettering. But it included luggage. That's why we booked it. It was cheaper to book that airline with luggage than it was the one without luggage. You guys described in Moscow like for a fan meeting. Kirill, that would be amazing. I want to do that, and I've talked about it. I guess over in the Telegram channel or the Telegram chat, we should sort something out. How much? My wife works in a nail salon. She does nails. Do you know Australians from Western Australia who live in Novosibirsk? Yes. Sabrina. Yeah, I don't know them personally. I've only chatted to, I think, either her husband or the other girl's husband. If that makes sense. I don't know them personally. I've literally just chatted on Telegram to one of them. And that's all. So, yeah. Russell is a goat. Thank you. I'm not quite Roger Federer goat or Michael Jordan goat, but thank you so much. That's so nice of you. 328 likes. I think that's crazy how there's triple the likes than there is the number of viewers, which is kind of crazy. Yes, that's amazing. What time are we at? 1 hour 20. Yeah, I don't know. For Kirill, for like doing a meetup in Moscow, it's just a matter of getting a place, naming a time, and going. And if people show up or not, and that's it. Yeah, yes, it was called CityLink. Yes, thank you. Green lettering is budget of Garuda. Yes, but they include luggage on the flight from Lombok to Bali. Free. Well, they said it was free check luggage, but it's just part of the price of the ticket. But on the way back, it was only a 20-minute flight. We decided you can take the boat between Bali and, well, Gili Air is where we went to, but Lombok. But it's a 3 or 4 hour speedboat. But if you fly, it's 20 or 40 minutes. And then you take a car from the airport from Lombok down to the harbor. And then you take a speedboat over to the island, which is only 10 minutes. Sabrina is single. Russia guy is her brother. So I think it's her brother-in-law then. So it's not Russia guy. I think it's Bear. Is it? I don't know what the other channel name is, Jack. Barely Russian. I think it's Barely Russian is the guy that I chatted to. I like Micronesia. There are a lot of good pubs in Moscow. Yes. I watched the World Cup in a pub in Lubyanka, near Lubyanka. I mean, for a meeting, yes. Right, of course, for a meeting. My question, Coke. Pubs in Moscow are too expensive. Yeah, I mean, look, for the price of beer, yeah, I mean, I know when I met Aussie Spy. There's there's an Australian guy who lives in St. Petersburg. He has a channel called Aussie Spy. And I met him in Moscow before I went to Australia. And we ended up going for beer at KFC, believe it or not. You could get Budweiser cheaper at KFC than at a pub. You've been to Gili Air. Yes, beautiful place. Yeah, we spent 2 weeks there. Eldo, if you've got Telegram, look up my Traveling with Russell channel Telegram page. And there's quite a lot of Gili Air photos that I posted there. And on the channel, if you've seen the couple of hotel reviews I did, they were both from Gili Air also. It's the sister of the national airline. Yes. Yeah, we really like that. Okay, for the sake of it being a 30 or 40-minute flight, I did like CityLink. The only thing was they made you wear your mask, the mask, COVID mask, but they didn't enforce it. They told you, you've got to have a mask, you've got to have it on, but then nobody had it on. Just had to have it on to go past when you go to board the plane, then you took it off. It would be great if you can make a joint stream with Sabrina. Yes, bring her on the channel, you mean, for like a chat? That would be kind of cool. I guess I could somehow reach out to her and see if she's reachable. From Athens. Hello, from Athens, Greece. Perhaps you could do a cooking stream one day. It would be great to see you cook up a traditional Australian meal. We did yesterday. Well, yesterday we did, but we didn't film it. We made, we call it shepherd's pie, but it's really called cottage pie. It's basically a mince. And actually, believe it or not, now that's not even arranged, but I've got OXO cubes, which is basically to make this gravy right here, beef stock cubes. I've got them on the table right here because we're trying to figure out how to use these. These are little cubes in the box. We put one in two of them in the in the gravy in the shepherd's pie. But I went to look up their website or if there's directions on how to make it properly. We did try to learn from my mum while we were in Australia. Hello, by the way, Megadeth. Yeah, we did try to make shepherd's pie. We know how to make it here, but we're trying to get the gravy right. And that's why I've got OXO cubes in Russia. Could probably make a fortune selling these, I think. Guinness is back, but by a price of about $10 US. Not sure. Oh, Guinness. I was thinking Guinness Book of Records. I'm like, what? Drink Guinness. This is the best place I've ever been. Belarusian is the dad. Okay, yeah, so here we go. Belarusian is the dad. Russian MC and Russia guy are all his children. So yeah, Belarusian is the person I've chatted to, Jack. I've chatted to him on Telegram only. Just back and forward general conversation. Oh, Leo, you're fussy with airlines. Yes. Yeah, I'm not fussy. I mean, I know about CityLink and Lion Air and their bad reputation. I mean, for a 20-minute flight, it doesn't bother me. I know they've not got a good reputation flight-wise, but yeah, cottage pies with beef. Yeah, so we make cottage pie, not lamb shepherd's pie. Joe, hello. Instead of Guinness, better take Bellhaven. I don't know Bellhaven. I don't know really all the beers here. If I go to a bar, I'll just drink whatever's on tap. Yes, this is to make beef broth with water. Yes. Oh, I've got a cable in the way. That's why. Oh, there we go. There's even a chicken version, but we just got this one. I've got about 6 or 8 boxes of these that we brought back from Australia. From Woodstock. Hello. Hello from Russia. MSG galore OXO cubes. Yeah, it's kind of weird, right? Because, Leo, it's so well known that there isn't MSG and additives and things like that in a lot of Russian food, especially where it's homemade food. And then I've got this stuff, which is kind of nothing good about it entirely. So, sorry. Great for learning how to make gravy. I'm from the UK. Cottage pie, shepherd's pie. We know. Sam, yes. We actually looked up. We even watched Gordon Ramsay today, but he doesn't use OXO cubes in his cottage pie or shepherd's pies. So yeah, my wife was like getting mad with me because we did that. We did that this morning, early morning this morning. The most pleasant vlogger. Thank you. I think that maybe it's me. Are you talking about me? What is the point of traveling? It's not normal. Yeah, ask all the people during COVID that about traveling who were desperate to go traveling and couldn't travel. Bishkek, hello. Thank you, everybody who's watching live. I know it's 9:30 in the evening here in Moscow. It's later if you're further east. If you're in Australia, New Zealand, it's crazy time with the time difference. Here in the UK, it's more reasonable. I know in half an hour, by the way, I think it's Man City. Who is Man City playing? The UEFA quarterfinals are on. I watched last night Chelsea. Chelsea lose to, man, I don't even know the names of the teams. Chelsea lost last night. Zangib, we need you. Have we got people doing crazy stuff again? I don't think we have, do we? I'm glad to see you back. Take new store reviews. Yes. Oh, let's jump. Yes, Master Yo-Yo. Nice channel name, by the way. Yeah, I'm going to do, also when Zara changes name to MAG, M-A-A-G, it's going to be the Zara rebranding. I did post a photo of that on my Telegram channel because I just happened, when I came back from doing the Sweat House video, I went into Solaris shopping center where I'd come home through. And I just went to go look at the corridor where is Zara, because I was curious if the name had been changed, and it has. Nothing has changed in the store, by the way. The clothing, everything in there has not moved an inch. And then they've changed the sign. Man City and Bavaria. Is that one of the German cities? I guess. Do you watch IPL cricket? I've not watched any IPL recently. I did watch some of the Big Bash, which is the Australian 2020 series, I guess. I've not watched any IPL matches. I can watch every sport on English channels here in Russia. I've just never watched any of the IPL matches. I like watching cricket. I just don't really seem to get into the IPL as much as maybe the Big Bash in Australia. Yeah, in 30 minutes, yes. Bayern Munich, Man City. Hello, Russell. Digest. Oh, hello. Your metro video was excellent. Thank you. I guess, are you talking about the metro as in the train video? Excuse me. I'm very sorry. I had to cough. I don't have a drink today to have a drink between talking. So, yeah, I was worried that was going to be a long video because it was 9 stations that I wanted to cover. And I covered a little bit about all the 9 different stations, especially all the 9 new stations that completed the circle of the Grand Circle line in Moscow. So, yes, thank you, Malini. Sorry, Malini. Yes, it was amazing. My dad's birthday was on the 19th of March. We had he arranged the birthday, by the way. We went to a Chinese restaurant for dinner with my sister's family. Okay, me and my wife, parents, and I arranged secretly for his brother to come. Him and his brother live both in Perth. They haven't seen each other for about 3 years, and I went down and picked him up, brought him all the way to the restaurant, and my dad was very surprised. So yeah, he got to sit with his brother. Yes, that was very nice. Yeah, doing that and actually seeing my brother, my uncle, well, my dad's brother, my uncle as well, for not seeing him for quite a long time. Waiting for your new video live. Thank you. Well, your next video, I guess you're talking about. Oh, next video live from the pub. I guess if we get together and do one. I don't like kvass, no. I'll drink it if I have to, Maxim, but I don't love it. I don't love it like people love it in summertime here, where it's like refreshing and so amazing. I should, but I'm not quite Russian enough yet. Yes, watching international football. Bavaria is where BMWs come from. Oh, there we go. So it's BMW versus, I guess, was it Jaguar is British? Jaguar, Mini. That's very kind. Sorry, I was just listening. Oh, Jaga. Yes, if you've become a channel member, welcome. I'm not sure if any of those special little icons come up. There's a Coca-Cola bottle, I think is one of them. I'll have to renew some of them. How long do you live in Russia? I've lived here for more than 9 years now. I'll probably say 9 years forever, I think. I'll never change to 10. I don't know why, but it'll be 9 years forever, I think, that I've always lived here. Since 10 years ago when I met my wife, probably 11 years ago now, the first time. Do you like vodka? No, I don't. I think the only time I've had it is at friends' houses here, when we've kind of had a celebration and having a shot was the thing to do. Sorry, I'm just rearranging my desk in front of me here. West Virginia is a very beautiful state. Yes. I think they just call it West Virginia. Vodka's disgusting. Yeah, I think it's different. I mean, it's definitely very one of those fallacies about Russia that every Russian drinks vodka. They don't. Really don't. People probably drink far more beer than vodka. We drink far more kvass than vodka. Drink more tea than vodka. How can Russian airplanes still fly their Western-made planes? I don't know. Please visit the inside of the Kremlin. I'm not sure if you can film videos inside. I guess you could. Could look like a tourist with the camera. I've been there once to the Kremlin. You can go on the tour there. I did it years ago. I didn't do it with my wife. I did one on my own. I've been to the State Historical Museum. Love pilmeni, by the way. Yes, love it. That with some ketchup or some sour cream. Yes, it's kind of the go-to meal whenever we can't decide what's for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Pilmeni is kind of like the backup. Did you have any problems with people, like not only about police, but ordinary people? No, not at all. The day I went, Kirill, was part of the first 5 days when they had it for free, the Big Circle line. And that particular, I think I went on a Saturday or a Sunday, the day I went. I don't remember which day it was now. But it was definitely particularly the 9 stations that I went to, there was more, well, I'd say they're all Muscovites, but there was more tourists getting off at every station, taking photos, videos, pictures, selfies. So I kind of just blended in with everybody else doing it at the same time. I literally got stopped once. I think at the first station that I went to on the 9 stations, I filmed walking in the lobby before you go through the, where you tap your Metro card. Obviously, it was free that day. And the guy said, no filming. He kind of, there's no cameras. And I'm like, okay, no worries. And then pretty much everywhere else I filmed, everybody else had cameras and phones out filming. Because pretty much the Metro was encouraging people and the mayor of Moscow to come and see the Metro that day. So yeah, no worries at all. Actually, lots of people recognized me as well. It was actually a really cool day by the end because there was so many, I'm going to say train buffs and people that like to go and to see the Metro out and about that day. I had to quit because of diabetes. Yes, Sam, I don't think drinks either. Yeah, okay, until I meet him, I don't know. I know he gets together with friends at the banyas. I would imagine at some point he changed his lifestyle and things like that. So could have even been longer. Any plans to visit St. Petersburg? No plan to go there. I'd like to go there. Yeah, thanks. I want to go back and film the station with the fish. Zalini Satron. I'm going to get that completely wrong. But just to go show that with the mosaics was kind of a very cool station. It's a very big thing with the Moscow Metro because there's a lot of people just don't like the new metro stations and just don't like the modernness of them. And then there's people who love them, right? And love the fact that every station is different. It's got its own feel to it, its own, kind of character to it. So have you been demonetized your channel like traveling with Russell? I'm not been demonetized. If you're asking me, no. Earl Grey, I know it's got problems. Ellie from Russia's got problems. Sam's Russian Adventure's got problems. Inside Russia's got problems. No, it's more like a site. Oh, there you go. Yes, so no, not at all. You can photo inside the Kremlin. There's a lot of amazing to show there. Yeah, the giant bell with the big piece taken out of it. Yes. Yeah, the Russian Aeroflot's getting service in Iran. Yeah, I read this about another airline. I wasn't sure which airline it was, but one of them was getting serviced in another country as well. I think maybe Kazakhstan or Kyrgyzstan or somewhere like that. Jaimo, thank you for the donation alerts. It says good luck. Thank you. 1 minute ago. Thank you so much. It's interesting to see the old messages there from 42 days ago. I didn't realize it was that long ago since we did a live stream. So thank you, Jaimo, for the good luck. That's very nice of you. I appreciate where people are doing donation alerts. Thank you so much. It'll pay for my lunch tomorrow, pretty much. If I can't go out tomorrow now. My wife, what's going on? My wife has ordered a chair for her salon, a new chair, a newer version of the chair, and we're waiting for it to be delivered. And apparently they don't deliver in the salon. They only deliver it out of the truck that parks in the car park. So if you want to have it delivered into the salon, you've got to pay extra to have it carried up the stairs, which is very weird. And then also a SberBank delivery is coming. My wife ordered some nail files, so I've got to go pick up that as well. So I'm not leaving tomorrow. So I'll be on Telegram if anyone's on Telegram tomorrow. Sam K. Did you manage to get the Christmas lights to stay up in the end, or was condensation against you? Well, we're in a different apartment now. That was in the old apartment with the green walls, the yellow walls and green kitchen. We haven't put them up on this window yet. Can this spin around? Let's go this way. How much is that going to spin around? So yeah, that's the lounge there. It's a bit hard to see. There's a beanbag and the TV. And we're going to put them in that window. Yeah, my wife loved them Christmas lights in the other apartment. We didn't take them down after Christmas. So no, we had double-sided tape on them, Sam. So they were kind of fine. Bolkuvan, yeah. So basically, this is a thing that you're talking about, this digital situation. Pretty much, it's not going to affect the incredible majority of people that live in Russia, the male population. Where people say that it can happen to any person tomorrow morning or in the next 5 minutes, it won't happen. I mean, that's just me saying that. It's not. I mean, I don't have the history of Russia, and I don't have full knowledge of this, but if you kind of go and watch the fishing expo video and see the thousands of men that were at that fishing expo, this likelihood of a person getting digitally sent a piece of paper, I think, is far unlikely than it is likely. I know that's weird to understand. Moscow looks gorgeous. Yes. Yeah, Moscow is very historical and very interesting to walk around, especially as we get later evenings and the days get longer going into summer now. Even that you said one man told you not to film, it is weird. Actually, maybe it was his first day. Yes, Kirill. Yeah, it was very strange because it was like he was doing his job. I think there's a problem that you can't film in the metro, actually, because it's kind of a public transport thing. I'm pretty sure there's a slightly different rule to anywhere else in Russia publicly. And you're meant to get a document to say you can film in the metro, which is so difficult to do that and go through all of that. So yeah, maybe it was his first day. Yeah, it was just nobody else the entire day said anything, literally nobody. And I'm pretty sure everyone that was working at the different stations where everybody was going to kind of expected everybody to take photos and videos that day. I mean, literally people were taking photos of every panel, every wall, everything you could see, because it was kind of new and interesting, right? Russell's not a Russian citizen, right? Right, maybe because I made my channel outside of Russia. Yes, that's a possibility of the reason why. Ellie from Russia's channel is kind of interesting. There is one video specifically that she made that may be the reason why her channel's been demonetized. She made one with interviewing somebody in one of her videos. Yeah, I hear that Russians are much more hospitable. I think much more than in the West. Is it true? Yes. I think, Jaja, it's a matter of getting to know people. And once you meet them and you become friends with them, or it's beyond just a interaction with somebody, it's definitely a different person that you're meeting. Like going to the shops today, meeting the guy at the fish place, meeting the guy at the fruit and veg place. People kind of recognize me in Aprelivka where I live. And it's definitely a different feeling once you get to know people. It's definitely, it takes a bit of time to warm up to, well, when you meet them or they meet you. Since forever, 92 to be exact, we stand with, thank you. Greetings from Boston. Oh, Zdravstvuyte. Why do you think you have problems? Why do you think you have problems? I don't have problems. Inside Russia's monetarized again. Interesting. I wonder if that happened in the last few days or so, because I read his comments on his community post that it's not working. Would I catch from the United States to Bali? I would either Emirates or Qatar Airways. I would definitely do that. Bearbull, if you're going to fly to Bali, basically you'll go through the Middle East. So you'll either be Dubai or Qatar. Maybe Etihad is Abu Dhabi. Definitely Emirates or Qatar Airways I would fly. That'd be definitely your easiest way to get there. Basically one flight from there to the Middle East and one to Bali, done, finished. Why doesn't it have its own system? Enjoy seeing your video in Swed, the new IKEA. Yes. Yeah, look, just to talk about Swed House, the one thing, okay, there was kind of a few things that was not anything that I expected. I just literally turned up. I was very fortunate to get in there before all the people, the general population got in there. The first thing I noticed on the shelves when I was looking around, I noticed everything had IKEA labels on and logos on. The staff and the management know what they're buying and what they're selling in that store. And it's actually a Belarus company. It's not a Russian company. It's a Belarus owner, director company that's been set up that's selling products that were from the suppliers to IKEA. So basically the products are either labeled with IKEA labeling on them or branding, like I pointed out in the video, or they've been now labeled with Swed House labeling, but they're from the same factories that produce the products for IKEA. So whether they were made in Russia, so basically they said it was Russia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, China. I'm pretty sure there's nothing that was made in Sweden, if I'm not mistaken, literally from what I saw. But they know what they're selling, and people obviously maybe don't know what they're walking in to expect. It's not a rip-off of IKEA. Obviously, the store and the color and the theme and the logo, not really the logo, but the overall concept is similar. The store that I went to is considerably smaller. It's barely the size of a normal shoe store or a clothing store. But they said basically once the IKEA labeled stock had sold through, it'll be coming Swed House stock, still from the same manufacturer that was making the stuff for IKEA that was sold to the Russian IKEA stores. Hope that makes sense. So where you go to an IKEA, where you might live in the world, like say in Australia, the IKEA products may be made in China, but they're made for IKEA. So that factory is making products for IKEA and logoed and branded for IKEA and sold in Australia or sold in whatever IKEA around the world. And that company in Belarus has basically approached the distributors and the manufacturers in the different countries, and the distributors mostly in Russia, and said, we can take your stock and sell it in our stores. Hope that makes a bit of sense. Lots of people speaking Russian. That's good. Hughes Exhibition Park and Cosmos Pavilion. Yes, I've been to Vedenha a lot of times. One of my very first videos on the channel was going to the ponchik or donut place outside of Vedenha on the other exit at the far end of this place nearby Stankana Tower. It's a very old donut place that I went to. It's one of my first videos on the channel. Yeah, replica, no worries. If you guys want to speak Russian, I just can't read it back and forward. And if you're writing bad things, I'm sorry if anyone's reading it as bad. Why did you return to Russia if you were encouraged to leave? Not about encouraged. I think the governments, well, yeah, I guess the governments are encouraging you to, I think they're encouraging you not to travel to Russia. I don't know about encouraging you to leave Russia. The embassy, the Australian embassy here is definitely open, and you can definitely call them. I could call them now and get through to them. Yeah, this is our home. It has been for 9 years. We went to visit family, had some things I had to take care of in Australia. My dad's birthday, a trip to Bali, which was a holiday to relax and go to a tropical island, which it was. To swim in the ocean, the water in the beach there, the ocean was like lukewarm bath water. That's how warm it was. Unbelievable. Any flights that direct will do Bali? Bali has an international airport, right? But from Babel Cruising is in San Francisco. So you definitely have to fly to Qatar with Qatar Airways to Doha, sorry, and then Doha to Bali. 31 years in America. Thank God we stayed Russian citizens. There we go. As you don't use a tripod. Yes, right. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, the rules about filming, as long as it's not looking like it's professional, right? You know, I mean, as long as you don't, like you say, set up a tripod and look overly professional. Yeah, friends and family encourage him to leave. My parents have never said anything about it to me, even while we were there in Australia now. I mean, they know the situation that I've explained to them. They know that it's different, well, completely different to what you see on Australian news. When we watched the Australian news in Perth while we were there, what they're showing on the news is really not anywhere close to what the news is that we see on this end. I know there's many different points of view of how the news is shown. So how do you get a visa to Russia? I now have residency here because we're married. I was married in Moscow at the Zags 4, by the way. Maria, thank you for joining as a member on the channel. Thank you so much. Maria Romanova. Thank you. It's very nice of you. Yes, you can get the visa on the Australian embassy, on the Russian embassy website in Australia. It's all online to get it. No. Strategic object, therefore it is not allowed to shoot. Yes, correct. Yeah, strategic objects. That's what it's called. Although if you kind of look like you're just sort of holding your phone and filming yourself, it's not a problem. I mean, the metro, there is definitely security around. That's just normal in the metro at any station you go to. Just have to be kind of a little bit passive about it, I've heard of Ozzy Cossack. Yes, I don't know him at all personally. Simon Boykov. I know isn't he now in the Australian embassy, in the Russian embassy in Sydney or Canberra or somewhere? I know that. I think they've closed his YouTube channel now. Yeah, don't fly United. Yes, totally agree. If you have a guitar. Yeah, don't fly United. Yeah, fly one of the Middle Eastern airlines. No worries at all. Okay, guys, we're going to go for another 6 more minutes. 6, I was going to do 7. I think it's 6 more minutes. So thank you so much for everybody who's posting, chatting, who's done donation alerts, super chats. Maybe someone's done buy me a coffee or the SberBank. I don't check them until later anyway. Yes, it was very nice of them. Yes, Fireflux. That was completely not expected. I didn't set that up, plan it ahead of time, nothing like that. I mean, probably if they knew the content of how my channel is, it probably would have been good to do that. But yeah, it was purely by luck. And then when they saw me setting up my tripod and microphones and everything, Sweat House will be bigger than IKEA. Yeah, they just need time to figure things out. It seems to be a bit of a Russian style. They just want that first store opened. They want to get the register ringing through, see what's going on, see what's selling. And I think Sweat House will definitely grow bigger. Yeah, business is business. Oh, sending Cokes. Thank you. Oh, yeah, thank you, Marlene. There's one there behind me, but that's from Kazakhstan, that Coca-Cola. And the things you missed while you were outside. What things did you miss while you were outside of Russia? What things did I miss? Oh, my computer, my setup right here in front of me. I missed this. I had to have my laptop and headphones a lot. I really like this desk that I've set myself up here and all of the gadgets and stuff, which has basically all come through YouTube and doing the videos and things like that. I would not have had this set up otherwise. I even have a ring light there, if you can see in my glasses. What did I miss? I think I just missed the Prelivka. I miss the town where we live. I miss just the convenience of going to things that are close by. Shashliks. Let's go drink. Let's go drink on May's holidays. Zangiv, yes. Let's do it before. Let's go and meet up somehow, even if we just go to the local shops. I know you won't ever tell me where you live, and it's complete secrets. You like to be off the grid. Yes, let's meet up somehow. Let me know a day and a time. Send me a message. For anyone that doesn't know, Zangiv is in Moscow as well. He has a YouTube channel. Zangiv. Yes, definitely. Shashliks. I don't really miss I've not had a shashlik yet for summer. My neighbors did one from looking down from the balcony here the other day. I felt like going knocking on their door. Murmansk. Oh, Nelly, how's it going? I'm just about to end the live stream and you're coming in. Maybe you're watching beforehand. Thank you. In your opinion, should Australia leave the Commonwealth? I don't think they ever will. There's no real, need to leave. There's no need to be independent and things like that. Russell, are you seeing brands that aren't Russian or Chinese popping up? I heard Arab businessmen are coming into the market. No. I did notice that. I'm going to go check it out at Avia Park, the biggest shopping center in Russia and Europe, that a new Chinese sports brand has opened. And I don't know the name of it. It's that well known. It's the third most popular sports brand in the world behind Nike and Adidas. Nike and Adidas? Yes. And they've opened a flagship store in Moscow. Apparently it's a big deal. Anything I miss about Australia? Not really, no. I brought OXO cubes. We brought chocolate bars. We bought candy. I think my wife just misses being able to easily go and buy stuff in clothing stores, like going to find a pair of jeans that's her size, going to the J&S store here or what was Levi. In Australia, she just walk in, tell them what size she wanted and got them and walked out. I'm definitely not seeing all these other brands popping up. I know it's mentioned in the news, but I've not seen that. Thanks for the stream. Well, you're welcome. Yes, you're welcome, Fireflux. Good comment about the news and how it's presented in the West. That's why I only get my news from Redacted and the Durian. Yes, I know Redacted. I had an employer from Liverpool living for several years in Russia, and he was an amazing person. Even though he was my boss. After knowing him, I realized if he had... Yes, right. Funny moments. Yes, that's always because Russians just keep talking to me in Russian. I have no idea what they're saying, and they keep talking to me in Russian. Oh, hi, Russell. Canadian old geezer in northeast Italy. Oh, nice. Northeast Italy. Trieste. I've been an electrician. I was at the shipyard for Fincantieri in Malfancone, which is very close to Trieste. I think you know that well, or you should know it. What speed is the internet in Russia? It's very fast. I don't know what it is, but I know it's fast. We talked about it today, Marley, my wife and I, because we rented a car from outside our house to drive to the shops and back 10 minutes. You can get rental cars in Moscow by the minute, basically called car sharing or ride sharing. And yes, driving on the left-hand side. And yes, it was very nice to be back driving in Australia. Yeah, lovely video. Thank you. So I get 100 megabytes connection for about 5. Yes, I think ours is 600 rubles. I wish it was 400, but it's 600. I know it is because I paid the bill. No, Li Ning is one brand. This is not Li Ning. Li Ning. It's another brand that's just opened. It's not Li Ning. That's already in the shopping center. Crooked Kim. Yeah, in Australia, my dad's paying $60 a month Australian for internet that I'm paying here. 600 rubles, which is about 10 Australian dollars. Oh, OXO on a freezing cold day. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, cheap internet in Russia. Yes, definitely it is. Yeah, cheap internet, cheap. My mobile phone is cheap. Water, electricity, gas. Sorry, I'm just saying it like that, but why did we return to Russia? We live here. This is our apartment. We never left this place. If you watch the video about it being up for rent, this is the place that we rented out and moved into. Oh, thank you, Daz, for the super sticker. Try again. I'm not sure what I didn't do right. I guess that's a video game console. Thank you so much for the £5, Daz. That's so nice of you. Yes, thank you so much, Daz. That's so nice. I appreciate people that are doing contributions to the channel. Basically, it buys things like this little gadget that I bought here. That's I don't know what this is called, but it plugs in the USB into my phone that I bought. I know this is not a big deal, but it is for what I use it for. So the microphone, the camera. I really do hope that you got a better quality picture today. I'm not sure about the sound in here because it probably echoes a little bit. So yeah. I don't have any video games, Xbox, PS4s, any of these. I don't have any of those, I'm sorry. I pretty much just use YouTube, go on the internet, things like that. And that's about all. So I'm glad you're back on the live stream. Cheers from San Francisco. Yes. Always good video and sound. Thank you. It buys the food that you stuff in your mouth. Thank you. I guess you're being very honest. Yes. Thank you, everybody. I'm pretty much right at the 2-hour mark. Thank you for 396 likes. We're 4 short of 400. I'm pretty sure everybody who's watching has probably hit the thumbs up or the like button. Thank you so much. Please, if you get a chance to watch some other videos, go back and check them out. After this live stream ends, if you'd like to post a comment, I'll be in the comment section after this video ends. I'll try to reply to comments Even if you just put a hello, a thank you, whatever you like on the live stream comments, that'll be very nice. Hope someone gets him. I'm not sure. You also have yes. Yeah, this is what I plug into. I just got this while I was in Bali, by the way, of all places. I could have bought one here in Moscow, and I struggled to find the one I wanted. So yeah, and it's also got the HDMI on the end here, so I can plug my phone into the TV, which is kind of cool. Thanks for the stream, Kirill. Yes, you're welcome. Thank you so much, everybody. 2 thumbs down. Thank you for 2 thumbs down. I'm sure there's more thumbs down when the video ends, because that's just normal. It's very weird, right? I filmed a video. Every video I film, there's thumbs down. Even the video at the Gili Air bungalows. That's the place where we stayed in Gili Air, the island that we went to. And it got thumbs down. I mean, it's a tour of a hotel room, and it got thumbs down. So, 412 likes, 2 thumbs down. I wonder if it's more than that. I don't know if there's a way that I can see that. I think there might be, because I'm sure it's insane. Let me just check it before we say goodbye, everybody. I'm sure people have clicked away already, so thank you if you have been watching. Let's see what the number is. Where is the lives? This one, I think. Yes, we've got a 12 thumbs down. It's 413 likes at the exact moment that I'm saying it to you, and 12 thumbs downs. So whoever the 12 of you are, thank you for watching and taking time to click the thumbs down. I shouldn't smile because it's not right, but I know a lot of people like the live streams. I'm just going to end the poll because I don't think I ended it. We ended on 6% Bali and 53% Australia. So yeah, not far off 50-50. Only shows 12 thumbs down is what I just saw. So yeah, where's the activity? This one, that's the one. My screen over here is a few seconds different to the screen over here. So Maria, thank you for the kisses. My wife doesn't have to give me any tonight now. So yeah, 3 from you is 3 less from my wife. Thank you so much. Haters are gonna hate, yeah. I understand why you went back to Russia. I guess because we've got our apartment here, and my computer screens are here, and my desk is here. My bin bag is over there. You guys saw my bin bag just before. Always great when you stream. I reloaded it and it says 2. Yeah, it's definitely 12. It's probably gone to 13 now. Can I see it by? It's hard to go back to that screen. Come on. I'm sure is it still 12 or has it changed? Oh, that's not it. Sorry. It's 13 thumbs down now. 418 likes or thumbs ups and 13 down. So it has changed. Jar, thank you. Don't mind about likes and so much. Yes. The stream is getting ads pop up in here in US. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's okay, let me say one of the perks of living here, where there was like that pros and cons. There is no ads on Russian YouTube because they're not showing ads to Russian viewers. So if I watch YouTube here, there's no ads. While I was in Bali in Australia, I had to skip ads a lot. Yes, nice live in Russia. Yeah, that's what you're mentioning. Your audio is excellent when you're walking through the stores. I'm using Rode Wireless Go 2. Rode Wireless Go 2. They're basically a little microphone that I clip on here. They're Australian made, by the way. And actually, this microphone is also Rode as well. Got a little bit of dust on it, but yes, I love them. Oh, no, I don't have it. One of the few things that I bought for myself in Australia was the lapel mic. You know, the little one that the TV people wear, little clip-on one on your shirt. And I bought the Rode lapel mic to plug in to use, so you don't see the bigger mic clipped on me. Don't worry about the thumbs down. I hope to email you in the coming days. Best wishes from Northern Ireland. Thank you, Greg. Yes, we can figure out how to make a video. Maybe if you want to do something where you show 5 or 10 different food items at a store in Moscow, at a supermarket. Something similar to Asda. I'm sure you know Asda, right? Or Aldi. There's not Aldi in Russia, but there's something similar to Aldi I could go to where I could film 5 items and show you the prices. And you could use that video in your video somehow. Thanks for answering my questions. You're welcome, Joey. Yeah, free YouTube Premium, basically. Yes. White Nod, hello. Ad block like me. Go straight to YouTube. Well, there you go. Yep. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Let's say yes, as an ad just popped up here. Oh, well, that's interesting. How do ads come on live streams when basically you can't do anything with the video while you're making the video? To your those kisses to your respected wife from Maria. Yes, thank you, Nicholas. Nicholas. I was going to say Nicholas. All right, everybody. I'm out of here. It's now 11 minutes more than 2 hours. 2 hours is my normal YouTube live stream length, by the way. Maybe it's an hour and a half. 2 hours is just about my thirsty limit, where I'm a little bit thirsty. Yes, Asda in the UK is Walmart. Yes, exactly. I know it well. It's UK Walmart, right. Chicken breast, $7.99 a pound, around 16 for a kilogram. Wow, for chicken. Buy from Sweden. Thank you, Sweden. Yes, bye, everybody. Crooked. So many YouTubers don't understand how important audio is. There are Tesco's here, which is much the same as the store you recently visited. Da. Oh, okay, yes. Tesco's and Da would be quite similar. I don't make money from YouTube. Happy to plug your channel. Thank you. It's very nice of you if you do that. Yeah, just figure out how you want me to go film something, and I can easily make the video, no worries. I do have a plan to go make a video as a kind of a follow-up. It's just a matter of choosing which store to go to. Where I use the Russian typical supermarket or food store, that's where I go, and that's what I consider typical. So go drink beer. I'm going to go and have some Coca-Cola. Well, yeah, I'm going to have Coca-Cola because I'm thirsty. And I'm going to go put the football on and relax for a little while. I have an ad a few minutes ago. Oh, you had an ad a few minutes ago, Fortuna. That's weird. Well, I don't know. So I can't do anything in this live stream studio. All you can see is how many people are watching, how many people have gotten likes, the live super chats, and that's about it. So you don't really see anything else here. So yeah. All right. Cola or Dobra? I've got this much left of the Dobra Cola. It's about a third of a bottle. That's the one I have just by my table here. And then that Coca-Cola I'm going to put in the fridge to get colder. Russia outside of Moscow. Oh, I think you're in our Telegram group. Yes. Anybody, again, wants to do comments after the video ends, post a comment on the video. Will you comment football? I'll just watch the football. I won't really comment on it. I just watch it, even though I don't really follow the teams. Just want to watch Man City play. We call it soccer in Australia, yes. Yeah, we call it soccer in Australia because we've got Australian rules football, we've got rugby, which is football, rugby union, which is football. So yeah, soccer is football in the rest of the world. Yes, return back home. Yes, I did. Yes. Oh, okay, everybody. All right, end broadcast. Thanks very much. Thanks for the likes. 428 we ended on. Amazing. Not a new video coming in the next day or two. So yeah, just stick around with the channel. I do like to post a lot of polls on the community tab. You need to hang up. Yes, I'm the worst person at doing that, Malini. Yes. So that's weird. In Athens, there was an ad popped up as well. I'm sorry if you had an ad. I know on the normal videos, I can place ads on a video more than 9 minutes. So there is typically a few added into videos, what they call mid-roll ads. YouTube tends to do its own thing around all of that anyway. So no matter what you think you're doing, they tend to do their own thing on top of it. So yes, end broadcast. That's the button I've got to press. Thanks, everybody. We'll do another live stream much sooner than 42 days ago or 43 days ago. I tend to like to do them on Fridays, Saturdays, or Sundays. Typically about this same time, 8 p.m. till 10 p.m. It's perfect for me. I'm sorry where you are in the world if it's not perfect. But yes, we'll see everybody later. And I'm out of here. Bye, everybody. Bye.